Boom! And we are live. Uh, so, first of all, thank you guys for coming. As you see, I want to say to everybody, I'm very sorry. I tried to contact him right now, and I don't receive no answer for him. And he was the one who reached to me to come here to the live. I don't understand, but inform yeah, oh, I'm very upset, guys, but uh Jason shows I was a guy who has him protect so many times for his mistakes, and I was always telling everybody needs a second chance, and I say to him to come to the life. Of course, I said I can receive you. Lots of guys I write, they tell me, why did I give another chance to this guy? They open the doors to him, and I say all the time we need to give a second chance to everybody. And sadly, uh, he's not going to come, and I'm very upset. I'm very, very upset because I was thinking that was a chance for him to show to everybody uh, that he do a mistake, and everybody has a second opportunity. Oh man, I'm very, very upset. And I don't understand why persons are like that. And I just want to say sorry to everybody. I was not expecting, because this morning everything was okay, and it puts everything. Oh, I don't understand. That's why that is crazy for me, guys. Because if you go to his Facebook, there is today he put it out that he's going to make the live, and it just don't show. And I don't know what to say to you guys. I just want to say sorry, and yes, my friend. Like I said to you before, uh, I think everybody needs a second chance. That was the opportunity for him to speak to everybody, and like I speak with all of you guys there in private. uh I know that lots of guys like you, like everybody tells me, Nelson, don't give him a second chance, and I say to all of you, hey, let's give it second chance. Let's hear to the guy, make the questions to the guy. He's going to answer. And everybody say to me, Nelson, leave it, that is not going to bring you nothing. And I'm a person always who thinks positive, and I think. Mm, hello, hello, hello,
Hello.
hello. And I just want to tell, sorry guys, was one person here, I don't know what was this person here. I just want to say to you guys, please, I am sorry for all of you. Uh, Sometimes I'm a person who has lots of positive energy, and this day was like a big fuck, a big, big fuck for me. I'm going to wait about 5 minutes. There is a person who's trying to come here. I don't know if it's him. He tried to come inside the person. He's the only one who has the contact to come here. Uh, hey man, that has upset me so much. Um, That was not a very good thing. That was a very bad thing. I just want to say to everybody, guys, sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm going to give it 5 minutes if he wants to come. If he wants to hit, I think everybody who has lots of questions. If he's a man with two big balls, he can. You have to come here and answer the questions everybody wants him. And I think he's not going to have that. And for me, is like sometimes it's better for me to listen to everybody, and that is a very upset day for me. I have a beautiful morning with Rebecca, this beautiful lady from our community who gave a fantastic interview for all of us, and then came happens this shit with Jason, and I'm very, very, very upset, guys. Very upset. I don't have no words to say how much I am upset. And yeah, I understand you guys, all of you. I understand. I give you all. I understand everything, and I don't have no words. And I don't know, man. I just think that is upsetting. To me, it's very upsetting because everybody knows. I don't know if he's here now or not. There is a guy here. Hello? Hello?
Hi. Can you
Hello?
hear?
I can hear you.
Yeah, well, sadly, I'm not Jason, but you showed the link to this in your stream. So that's how I could enter.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to come in and say that I absolutely agree with you that Jason should just join this if he has some balls.
I think that was the right. Thank you for coming, my friend. I just want to say I have lots of friends was upset with me, and I just want to say to everybody who wants to come to the live, I'm going to put the link, and I want to listen for everybody who wants to speak. I'm going to put the link here, and everybody can speak because that was a bad action for him. I have lots of problems with friends for me. I have lots of guys who tell me, Nelson, don't do it. Don't. It's not going to help you. Nothing. It is not going to come. And I was not waiting this to happen, and that is like a very, very upset day for me. I was not happy because I have lots of fights with friends for me in my accounts and with the groups, and I was expecting that he has some balls and some and he say, okay, I do a mistake. Oh, I think he's here. Wait to see it.
Nelson,
Yeah, my friend.
man,
Yeah,
dude, I've been here since 6
yeah,
a.m. on the dot.
yeah. You are in the dark. Why? I send you
Yo,
everything. Okay.
yeah,
Then
now your
let's.
the link in your email went to a studio that had nothing on it. The only way I can get in now is because you put the link in the chat in the YouTube studio. So I'm here. You can stop berating me, everyone.
No, nobody.
I know
Stop.
I'm the
Stop.
most
Stop.
hated man in the world.
Hey, stop.
I
Let's
mean,
go
you're not
to.
wrong, but shall I leave?
No, you can stay. Not a problem.
Oh, okay.
Everybody. I think that is a conversation with him. If you want to come back again later, you can make him questions and everything. I'm going to make free for you. And I thank you that you came because I was very upset. I was very upset.
Yeah, man. I've been in the studio since 5:45 a.m. You can check the messages I sent you, but nothing. So I don't know if I had the wrong link because you changed the schedule, maybe.
I don't have no message, my friend. I'm here from 6 o'clock. I am promptly. I opened the live, and I was telling to everybody because I said everybody needs a second chance for everything. I'm not a person who think like I tell before to everybody in chats. I have nothing against you. and I cannot speak bad about you. Yeah, that's the truth. But today I was very upset because I have lots of fights with my friends about you, and I say always, before you make a critic, make him a question. That is the best way. And
That's it.
today you was not here, and I said I'm very upset with this situation
Man,
because if you
totally
don't
understand. Let's acknowledge technical difficulties and move on. I'm sure there's plenty of people who want to watch and ask questions. Howdy to all my fans out there, my lovers. I know you love me.
so
Suck
I
it
just
up.
want to,
Suck it up, boys.
so I just want to say something. First of all, for if someone, this is the first time Jason is live is going to maybe answer your questions. I hope that you answer your questions. I hope that everybody's polite with him, and we are grown-men. I say to everybody in private chats, if you have a question to him, be polite and make your questions, and he's going to try to answer your questions. First of all, thank you for coming. I think you are a man with two balls.
Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, I'm
No,
late,
no,
man.
no. So thank you. I was telling to everybody, if you don't come, you don't have no balls. That was what I said.
Put it this way, man.
Yeah. I have to tell
Everyone
you.
can.
No, you have to understand.
Everyone can say what they want, but I'm here, so bring it on.
Yes, but Jason, you have to understand. In my way, I was here waiting for you. I was very happy to have you here because I think that is opportunity for you to speak to everybody and to explain your side. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's not the best way. Yesterday, I was speaking with a person in private, and this person tell me nobody who has a company wants to close it. I understand you that was not easy moments for you in your life to see your company that you work so much going down. That's why I think everybody needs a second chance, and today you have a chance to talk to everybody and explaining. Some people is not going to like, some people is who's going to like, and I think this way, if we are intelligent, everybody can understand your side. If somebody don't understand it, is you have the chance to show it. If they don't want to listen, that is the problem for them. First of all, I want to start it from the right way. We're going to make a new beginning, and for everybody there, we're going to do it like we are starting now,
like this. Hi everyone.
no,
I'm here.
I'm going to do it like I always do. Guys, we are going live.
Subscribe now.
Boom, we are live, and welcome everybody here from the our channel. I just want to say today we have a very special person from the community. One guy who is asked to create what we have today is Jason Potten. I think he create one of the big boards in the world, and like I always tells, everybody needs a second chance. Today, I think is the first time is live with us in a conversation. If you have questions, please do it politely. Don't be an ass. Enjoy it. Be a correct person with him. Maybe he makes mistakes, but today we're going to talk about that, and you have to see his position and everybody as always at second. I want to show one thing, that is his Facebook. The Facebook from him is everybody knows is a big one. You have his Instagram, you have his YouTube channel, that you can see from the point he started. I started with him. I know everything he do for all of us from the beginning when he started in his home alone, a guy like all of us. And I think that is very important to point at that. We are simple persons who started to try to do in this difficult world. And sometimes we are killed by the other ones. It's not us who destroy everything, is the guys who help us to destroy. That's why I have you here, Jason Potten, the guy who everybody loves and the guy lots of guys hate it. How do you manage to
That's
live
it,
with
man.
that?
So, firstly, before we get into that answer, Nelson, you're the man. Let me tell you what, the people who create stuff in this world are the people who should be most respected. If you're creating something, if you're contributing something to this industry, this scene, this community, you deserve the respect, because that takes heart, it takes passion, it takes energy. You're not getting paid. No one's paying you. You're not rich. You're the man putting it on the line, getting fools like me on your show that no one wants to listen to.
Don't understand me. Don't understand me. I'm a person. I think everybody has the right to speak. We are free. We are free persons.
True. But anyway, I just want to slip that in there, man. Creation is innovation. If you're sitting at home and you've got bad thoughts running through your head and you're not doing anything with your life, set up a project, dedicate time to it, have passion, do something for others that makes the world a better place. It's a simple recipe. Creation, guys. Innovate or vacate.
I just want to go to a point. That is simple. Jason Potten is going to be again a new company.
Am I?
If you're going to do it again,
I already have. No, I'm not going to make another electric skateboard, but I have a new company. It's been set up, massivestater.com. You can go to the website now and check it out. You know, the thing is, people came to me looking for me to help them. Like everyone knows what happens with Inertion. If you don't know what happens with Inertion,
you're coming to this point. Live that. We go to a start. We go to the beginning from you, my friend.
Okay.
Like always. I want to go to the beginning. I think everything is come to his right point. That then everybody can make your questions. Just tell a little of the story for everybody to know how you started, how it was difficult for you, how do you came to the other guys. Today they don't work with you. Just very fast. The history of
the history.
The history of J. Potten, not a nation, not unity that came later. I want to listen your story. Hello?
That's it, man. Let's hear it. So in 2000, I still got you, man. You got me?
Yeah.
You got me? Yeah.
Yes.
In 2013, 2014, like anyone out there who, I grew up skateboarding, man. I was skateboarding since the age of 8, basically. And I pretty much was skateboarding, for majority of my life, it seems. And, you know, eventually you get to a point in life where you've got a driver's license. You're sort of not using your skateboard so much to get around because you can drive people around, hang out with your mates. But then as time goes on, you basically want to, get back to some of your roots again. And for me, it was skateboarding, but I didn't want to push around. I didn't want to, bust a sweat doing that. I wanted speed. I wanted something that could get me from point A to point B, like meet the guys down the pub for a beer or go to a mate's house and leave the car behind, have that freedom. So I started trying to work out how to attach a motor to a standard skateboard truck. And believe it or not, back in 2014, there were no businesses really set up in the DIY electric skateboard scene. There was nowhere you could really buy these parts. China wasn't making the stuff. There was one guy called Beatbox. Shout out to Beatbox. If you're back from the Endless Sphere days, you'll know Beatbox. He's in the UK. He's a machinist. He was making mounts for Caliber. He made the first retrofittable mount for Caliber trucks, so you could mount motors. Then there was Dexter from DIY Electric Skateboard in the US. He was selling like welded stuff. And then I started up Ex-Enertion, making motor mounts. And we were like the first 3 startup businesses in the whole DIY electric skateboard scene, making parts so people could build electric skateboards. And it was only meant to be a hobby business. Like I said to my wife, if I can make 50 grand pocket money, like just 50 grand in a year, you know, I'm meant to be a stay-at-home dad. My son was born the same year I started all this stuff in 2014. I was meant to be dedicated to looking after him, and stupid me started this business. And it just, Nelson, man, when you're one of the only people in the world make it, other people want growth. It's unavoidable. And growth, exponential growth, is chaotic. If you've never experienced it, it's your head's spinning. You're trying to work out, how do I get more parts in? How do I deliver them faster? Do I need more people to come in? Where do I spend my money? Like, you've got 150 problems and only 100 answers, and you got to solve them all in an instance. And at the end of the day, it just kept growing until it didn't. And that's, you know, in doing stuff, it does how many people. Yeah, I'm back now. You got me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm always going to be doing electric skateboarding. I love it. It's a passion. No one can rip it from me. No one, doesn't matter how much negative energy people want to throw my way. I'm a creator. I love creating things. I love solving problems, and I love sharing that with people. And if you can't deal with that, it's not my problem. You know what I mean? It's how it is.
Yeah, but my friend, you know that there's lots of persons. The first time I meet you was in It's Electric in Paris. The situation in there was very difficult for you. You was
yeah, no one knew exactly what I was dealing with at the time, but that trip that I made, I actually had been to China. The way it worked out is the assembly factory we had at the time to put, we had 500 Raptors that we were trying to put together, which I'd paid like 50% deposit for all the parts. And, you know, we were at the last about 100 or two. It was about 200 actually, that we just had to finish off, deliver everyone's order. I would have had about 100 Raptors left over. And anyway, the factory that we were using, I found out they were stealing money. Like, I paid them I think it was about 10 grand for just small parts like screws and stuff. And they didn't buy any of the parts. As soon as I found that out, I flew to China, took all of our parts, and moved to a new assembly factory. That would be the 3rd assembly factory we had to have to put this thing together in China, man. It was a nightmare. And yeah, it was tough. But that new place that we'd set up, we moved all the parts. They're like, man, we can't just start on this straight away. We need a week to sort everything out. So I'm like, sweet, I'll fly into Europe, because it's like China to Europe, you know, it's not that far. So it was perfect. It worked out. So I was at the event there for that day or a few days. And I was also visiting retailers who wanted to have or already had the Raptor and were being set up as repair agents and distributors and retailers so that they could better support the European customers. And same in America. We were switching from a direct to consumer model, which sort of sucks, into a you know, a wholesale distribution model where it's much easier. You're not necessarily having to solve all the problems to get the product to the end user. You just get it to a distributor. And we were so close to making all that happen. But anyway, long story short, it was fantastic to be at that event and meet all of you awesome European legends and the bros from the UK, and people from everywhere came to that event. And that man, I nearly had tears in my eyes at that event because it had been years in the making, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I couldn't believe a group of people had created this. You know, they dedicated their time and energy to bring everyone together to share the love of electric skateboarding. And for me to be there, even though it was difficult circumstances, it was a beautiful moment, and it was painful at the same time. But that's life, man. If you expect life to be beautiful all the time, you're setting yourself up for deep depression when shit don't work.
Yeah, but I want to make the direct question that everybody asked me. How many persons do you don't pay? That hurts, but I have to do it, my friend.
Yeah, this is actually a really easy question. So the standard rumor, the standard narrative that a lot of my detractors say is Jason Potter owns thousands of people, thousands of dollars. That was spread very widely. Now, just think about that for a minute. If I own thousands of people,
Jason, be sincere with me. I'm a guy who will protect you a lot. I just want to. I want you to give a good answer for everybody. Everybody is here to. There is lots of guys here who love you, and there is guys who support you. I want you to be correct with everybody. That is a life for protecting you. I think was lots of things that people say, and lots of things I think was shitty. I think you have the life here to say the truth. I don't want no lies. I don't like no lies. I like you. I don't have nothing against you, but there is friends for me. They say they don't receive nothing from you. I know companies, they say they don't receive nothing from you. That's why I think it's important for us today here to explain. And I'm very happy to have you here. I want to tell to everybody, I'm very happy for you to be here. We are today with the most view live in a moment. And I'm very happy to have you here because I think you show that you can fight your problems and you show your face. Lots of people said you don't come. And today I was expecting because I write you and you don't came, and I was thinking, oh, he's not going to come and he's going to meet me in a bad situation. But you are here, and I'm very happy.
I would never do that, brother.
Yes,
never
yeah, but if you go to the live and you don't see no answer for nobody, what you think, Jason?
Anyway, I'm going to answer your question.
Yeah.
So, how many people are owed money is the question you ask, I believe. And if you want to get an actual, accurate, factual answer, it got published. There's a statutory report when an Australian company gets deregistered, their accounts get made public. And there's a document that was shared around the internet. I can send it to you if you want to see the proof. And there are 7 individual people on there by name that said formally and provided evidence, proof to the liquidators that they were owed money. 2 or 3 of those people, sadly, they had sent their boards to repair agents who never sent the board back due to not wanting to pay shipping and things like that. So there's 7 people, and look, it doesn't actually matter how many, if there was 1 or 1,000. What matters is that I never intentionally tried to hurt anyone here. I only ever wanted to make the most powerful direct drive electric skateboard. I made videos telling people not to order the thing because there was risk. There was risk in that. When I started Enertion, the chances of it getting past year 1, it was highly unlikely, to be honest. Like, we were so early, and everything we did along the way was extremely risky. And I'm very sorry that I brought people along on a journey with me and we failed, but it's life. I mean, I lost my life savings in that business, and I'll be repaying that for years to come. I'm the biggest loser out of it, but that doesn't mean the smaller people who lost, the Australian government, a few other Australian businesses, nothing to do with customers, but just, you know, how a business is structured in Australia. They have to pay tax and they have to pay things like that. There are other losers, and I do feel bad for those people if they've lost and if they've trusted me and if they feel like they don't want to see my face anymore. I'm sorry, but I can't really change the past. A lot of people ask me, would you do it again? And I probably would. I probably would. In fact, if I hadn't have started early when I did, if I started a little bit later in the piece, it would have been far easier. A lot of the problems we had to solve as, you know, innovators, creating things that didn't exist, that is so expensive. It's so difficult, and it's guaranteed to see failures occurring during the development of a product. And it's a bit easier now for people. But anyway, long story short, anyone sitting at home who was not able to go to PayPal or go to their credit card and do a dispute and get their money back, which 98% of people, that's what happened. That's what sunk the company, essentially, because all of the money that we had was debited out of our accounts. We came to a halt because everyone got their refunds. The people that
but everybody
were left,
everybody or lots of persons stay.
like
Because
98% of people. Yeah.
what was with BioBoard?
BioBoards, I don't know if they paid with a credit card or how that was, but they had an order for Foxbox Unity, and one of our other big customers who was ordering Foxbox Unity didn't pay for their order, which that made that whole bulk order just get locked up, because, you know, suppliers don't give you anything unless you pay them. And that's it. If there's no money, if people who said that they wanted to order stuff from you don't pay you for whatever reason, and we're not going into detail about that, they've got their reasons, and I fully understand that, it has a domino effect. If people order from a website, if 100 people order from a website and then 100 people do a chargeback and get their money back, the money's not sitting there. If you're spent it and given it to suppliers to develop products, the money's gone. So as soon as they do their chargeback, they get their money back, and the business accounts are drained completely into a negative. And that's legally in Australia. If that happens, you cannot trade anymore. You, as a director of an Australian company, you promise, you legally, you know, sign a contract essentially that says you will not trade insolvent. And as soon as that day occurs, that's the end.
I have a question here. We're going to start with some questions. I think that is an interesting question. The people asked that you sell the Foxbox. You said that is open, not eNation. That is two companies separated, the eNation and the Foxbox, or that they are the same company?
A Foxbox is a registered trademark for a product. eNation was an Australian company.
Okay.
So I think what you're asking though is, how can I sell the Foxbox if I'm not eNation?
Yes.
So I made a video fully detailing this. It went for like 20 minutes. It's probably best to check that out because I go through it. But essentially, I have to answer. That's why, guys, there is videos from him. I'm just going to put here. If you go to his channel, I leave all the links. Yeah, it's in there somewhere.
You're going to see some explanations, but you are here. That's why I want to see, because there was lots of questions like the EP from E-Nation. You can sell the Foxbox. Do you see a double standard? This is a question from a person very nice, and I think that is asking in a good way. And what has Stormcore to do today? I see the video, I see your explanation. If you guys wants to see it, what is the stand for E-Nation, Foxbox, and everything? Why that? Why can you sell the Foxbox, and why can you, because E-Nation, is that everything separated? Is what give an explanation for the guys now here? That's the important thing.
So the Foxbox name, I own that. That's a trademark. My company never owned it. So anyone can look that up. I own that trademark in the US and Australia. The actual, well, here's one here. The actual case, see this orange thing? I designed that for Enertion. Okay.
Okay.
I own the intellectual property related to the physical appearance of it. The internal components.
You don't create that. That was Jeff who created for you, but he was a guy who worked for you, and you give him what you wanted him to do.
The case, the case I design. I'm also a product designer, believe it or not.
Okay. Yes, no. I just want to explain to everybody, because there is lots of persons going to see this video later, and I think that is a good explanation for everybody.
Yeah. So and then the circuit inside there, engineers were paid by Enertion to develop it.
Yeah.
And then the intellectual property related to that, let's
It's
just
from you.
say, no. I mean, Enertion owned that intellectual property. Enertion paid engineers to develop it, not Jason Potter. And when the company went into liquidation, basically the liquidators can sell. They do. They have a right to, if it exists. They could sell it to me, and I asked them, I want people want to buy this. Like that's the thing. People kept coming to me, Jason, how do I get it? I want it. So there's demand. I went to the liquidators and said, can I purchase all of the circuit board designs, basically? And they didn't have them to sell to me because of, various reasons, which I've explained. But so at that point, there is no Enertion IP that can be sold to me. So the only intellectual property that's left is the stuff that I already owned under my name, Jason Potter.
But can you go to a factory and say, I want to do more Fox boxes, or you cannot do any more Fox boxes? Never again.
No, it's in production now. So we have been producing it for months.
And now, when a guy asks you for the Fox box, are you sure that everybody's going to receive his product? Do you work other way now? Do you have the same system like before, or you are a person that you have more careful with it? How do you work?
Well, I'd be pretty stupid to make the same mistakes again. I think the best thing about failing, the best thing about failing is you get to learn from your mistakes. So I think the biggest mistakes that I made is selling stuff pre-sale. So to develop stuff like this, to bring it to market, it's really expensive, like a lot of money, a lot of engineering fees. You're paying lawyers for stuff. So it's expensive. So what you do if you don't have money is ask people to pre-order it. The problem with that is if they ask for a refund.
I cannot listen. You are blocked. Hello? Hello?
Actually, can be the problem. Yeah, you got me?
No, I got you.
You got me now? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't do that anymore. I don't do pre-orders anymore.
You know that is difficult for you today because there is lots of guys who don't trust you. There is lots of guys because of the what the other persons tell about you, because you are not a person we can trust. You are not a person we can do business. You are not a person. I have a Fox box in my board. I have one Fox box in my Lacroix, and my board works perfectly. The guys that I know, friends for me, they buy Fox box and they love the Fox box. I think the only problem from Fox box, you cannot use it with Apple. You just can use with Android. That is the
You can. There are apps, but the thing is, I guess it depends where you like to get your news from. If you like to get your news from sources that have negative things to say, or if you like to get your news from sources that are indifferent. And the thing is, we've sold under my new company, we've sold probably 800 of these, brand new, delivered immediately. And those people aren't
yes.
complaining. They're not the ones that are complaining.
Yes, of course. Please, I'm not here to judge you, my friend. I'd like I tell before, I have nothing against you. You was always very polite with me, and I cannot condemn nobody that don't do nothing to me. So that's why I think you have the chance here to speak and to say everybody. I think there is guys who are going to love it, and there's guys who are going to hate it. That's why there is another question here. Is going to be a new version of Foxbox, or you're going to stay with the old version? Is going to anytime be a new one, or you're just going to stay with this one?
Yeah, look, I find it difficult not to try to make new products. It's a flaw of mine. I always want to improve and create and do things. So there are some pretty cool things that I've been working on that will come to the market. So yeah, I sort of can't not develop stuff, but for now, the product's stable, the supply is stable, everything is operationally quite stable, which is good. People are getting their products quickly. The reviews are good. We've got repair agents now set up in Europe and in the US, technicians who can open up a Fox box and do a repair to it. So if you've got warranty concerns, you email me, and depending what country you're in, there's a path to resolve any problems, and there's a warranty, and you can contact me anytime you want. Anyone can get in contact with me, and we just replace it most of the time. Like if it's a manufacturing fault, and that's pretty easy to see, and it does happen, it gets replaced. But the failure rates are pretty low.
I just want to hear questions. Why did we still speak with Jason and he affect to bend the esk8 music? I'm going to answer this one, not you. I'm just going to answer. Everybody has the right to have always a second chance. We are in a free world, and if we don't want to, if you just want to see your side, then we go in a bad way. If he's going to lie to us today, if he's going to do shit, or is going to do something wrong, that the problem from Jason is going to pay that later. I give him a chance. I think he's here. He shows that he wants to speak with everybody. He's answering everybody. I think it's very nice for him. And I think banning a person is not the right way. I think everybody needs chances. There's companies who open every day and companies who close every day. He has made a mistake. Let him grow. Maybe he has the opportunity to do it again, because what he create for all of us, we cannot forget. Foxbox is there. We can say that was a nation thing and was good for everybody. Until today, everybody is using. So that's why I come to the next question, my friend. You know there is a new box there, a copy from your box.
Where? This?
No, yes, a copy from your box, not yours. There is they are selling one copy from the Fox box.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say about that?
This is a funny topic, actually. I think there's a lot of hypocrites out there who will say, like, when Inertion was sort of, on its knees, falling over, and everything was happening up there, and this product was coming back onto the market, and I was working my ass off trying to make something happen again. Everyone said it's old technology, it's no good, no one wants it, it sucks. Like, why would you get that? Everyone's talking negative. But the irony is, why would a reputable business go and take something that's so bad and start offering it under their own brand, basically selling it as a counterfeit product if it's so bad? So there's a little bit of hypocrisy here to deal with, but essentially this is how it should work. As a creator, you should try to create your own things. And if you can't create your own things, you should try to get legal permission to use someone else's things. Like, that's the only two options. If you're outside of those two, so if you're not creating it yourself and you don't have legal permission to profit from it, you should receive some criticism for that. But the irony here is, these people who are doing these things without permission are praised, and myself is criticized. So I don't really want to talk about the negative stuff. And if people want to do things that are going to lead them into some problems, that's their choice. But for me, I try to do everything as best I can with the resources I have and according to the law. Like, a lot of people say I'm a bad guy and I've done bad things, but the reality is I get legal advice. I've done everything I can according to the law, and that's all I can do. Other people, they have their own problems to deal with if they want to break laws and sell counterfeit products.
Yeah, that's why I was here. Okay, my question: what is the massive structure angle, and where this company buy? Where are you driving to the line, and which your open source and designer?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll answer this question. There's like a few questions in there. So
yeah, that's the problem.
What is Massive Stator's angle? So Massive Stator, if you don't know, anyone watching, is an Australian company that I am a director of. I've set this company up primarily for selling Fogbox products, but also because I see that there's still a gap in the market where there are products that people want and they can't necessarily get them from one source. There are not many really good online retailers who have a really nice range of premium stuff, like really good stuff in one spot that you can just order and get it. So that's a bit of a vision there for Massive Stator and what I see that becoming. And the second part of that question relates to open source products. And I think I answered that in the first part. People want to have access to designs. Like, if you don't have 3D software and you don't have the skills or the time to design things and you want to see how other people have done it, I have put all of my designs, and this is the thing I've been doing for years. No one ever gives me any credit for it, but I was the first person in the world to release a motor mount open source. Never earned a cent from that. No one pays me, but I did it because I know there are people in countries who can't afford to buy stuff, but they're creative. They're creators. They will find the materials and they will create it themselves. So I think that's important. And currently, as it stands, I have more open source designs released to the public than any other person in the electric skateboarding scene. And I get zero credit for it. In fact, I get ridiculed.
Yeah, you are a person. I was showing a video that was one of the first ones you put it out. That is about 7 years ago. I think 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, that's a really That's
Yeah.
a good oldie. But I mean,
Yep.
when I was doing this, there weren't any videos on YouTube showing people how to build an electric skateboard. This was one of the first
Mm-hmm.
ever videos just showing the steps. Like no one ever bothered to do it before then.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons Ex-Enertion really blew up, because I was on the forums. Well, I created an electric skateboard builders forum because there wasn't one. There was not one dedicated to just helping people build electric skateboards. And no one did it. It wasn't there. So I'm a creator. I wanted to create something to help people. And believe it or not, I am a business operator as well. So I put my business out there and put the products out there. And I invited other businesses to that platform, and it blew up. Like it got really big. It's one of the biggest in the world still, and it's growing. And it's all about educating people on how to build really good electric skateboards. So, you know, that's what I love doing, and I've always loved it. And I'll keep sharing. I'll keep creating.
Yeah, that is the important thing. You have to create it. That's why we cannot forget. That's why I put this video, because that was one of the first ones I see from you, and I think lots of guys who started with these videos like this. That was just with one motor. That was not with two motors. That was I think that was with belts. Then you came out with I just going. That was with two motors, but you started with
Yeah.
one motor before or not? I think
pretty much two motors was the best way to build electric skateboards back then. I mean, you couldn't, the motor controller, the electronic part, like this didn't, that didn't exist. You couldn't just connect two motors to one thing like this. It was really tricky to get it, but eventually the products got better and better, and making dual drive electric skateboards became the standard.
Yeah, I just want to say to everybody who's here in the channel, thank you for coming. We make the record of this channel. We are close to 50 persons now online. I think lots of persons love you and lots of persons don't like you so much. I think today is the chance for you, my friend, to change that idea from lots of guys. I hope that I can help you. I hope that you change the way of you. What's the right name? I hope that you change the ideas, and up to not today the people can trust you more. I hope that I can trust you more. I think everybody, like always, have a second chance. I have my opinion. I respect the opinion from the other ones. This is the open channel. I have to thank a lot to Jason to come here and show to us. I'm showing all the videos. For what I'm showing now is from his company, how he started everything, for everybody to understand. He started alone. It's not easy. He was not a rich man. I know a little from his background, and like always, I said, I know that there's guys there who don't receive the things, but there's worse companies there that they never pay nothing to nobody. And like he tell before, and that's what I tell in internet to everybody: if you have a PayPal, if you have a credit card, if you don't receive your money, then you make something wrong, because with PayPal you can always receive your money back.
Exactly.
I hope. Yeah, and that's why that was always my question. Everybody don't receive his money. What was the reason to not receive? Because if you have a PayPal konto, or if you have a credit konto, you always receive your money back. If you have some questions, guys, put it. Everybody was with lots of questions to Jason, and everybody say, I want to ask him this, I want to ask him that. Today you have the chance to ask. Is here, is live. That is not a broadcast. You have the guy here. He can, if you are polite with the questions, no problem. We're going to put it. If it's a stupid question, I'm not going to put it here. Don't be idiot with nobody. He puts here. I don't know if he's going to answer this question, but I don't know what is the question, because I don't see the question.
Yeah, I can see some popping up, but yeah, I mean, fire away, guys. Like, put it this way: if I was the devil, if I'm so bad and I've scammed so many people, which is the narrative, people like to say I'm a drug addict. an alcoholic, a scammer, all these bad things. If that was true, why am I here? Why am I talking to people? Why am I willing to have a conversation? Why am I trying to help people on the forums solve their problems? Like, why am I releasing designs for free? I've got more designs that I just haven't like cleaned up the files yet, but I'm going to keep releasing it, and I'm going to keep working to make the industry better. So there's always two sides to a story, and it depends where you hang out. If you hang out where all these people have negative energy, that spreads and grows, or you hang with the people who are positive. Nelson's one of the best in the game at the moment because he's doing important things. He's bringing people together. So if you're full of hate and negative energy, it's not really going to help the industry.
No, that's not going to help nobody. That's going
So
to
just
not
leave it at home.
Yes, I just want to say to Kevin, he put here something very good. I know that Kevin is in a bad situation. I hope that everything is going to be solved for him, his life. I hope I give him a chance to come here to the podcast. I know that he was with a big problem in his life. I hope that everything can be taken care to see if you want someday to come here, Kevin. I'm going to open the doors and to listen to your site. I talk with your wife in private. I know that is difficult times for you too, and I hope that you achieve everything in your life. Problems is going to be always there, and we are open here to help you guys and to listen to you. That's why he's here now. And I just want to see here. Let's see what the guys are telling. Where is my refund? There is someone here who speak. I don't know who is this guy. My friend, if you have a refund, I hope that you can. If you don't get it, that's what I tell in internet. Maybe you don't have PayPal, maybe you don't have credit card. I don't know how you pay it. I hope that, like it tells, 98% of the people receive it. There is guys who lose it. I don't know. I'm very sorry for you, my friend, and that is a sad point for Jason. I hope that he maybe in the future, my friend, if you come to your company.
Just before you say anything, let me say something. If you are a random name here saying you want your money, that's one thing. If you're a person who identifies yourself and can prove that you have made a loss and you have the evidence, email me, jason@massivestater.com. I will work with you to solve any of your problems. All you have to do is identify yourself, prove that there is some loss, because it's easy to go on the internet and just say, where's my money? I never got anything. But that could be anyone. It could be a 10-year-old kid. We don't know. So take the steps. I'm here. I'm not running away with it. And I'm already paying anyone who's come and proven that there's an issue, proven that there's a debt, and has evidence. I'm already paying back. That's what I work for. I'm going to die. I'm going to leave this earth with no debts. Everyone's going to be happy, but just use your mouth, use your communication, be a reasonable person. Spreading hate on the internet doesn't solve problems. Just come to me and we'll solve it.
I think that is very good, guys. If you have the chance, you have his email him, and you're going to try to solve it. If there is a problem, you can send it to me, and I'm going to try to speak with him if is a reason. I think in what Jason tell now is very important. Outside, when you are in the other side of the computer, it's very easy to type everything. And I'm not saying you don't receive your money, but like Jason said, if one of you guys don't receive it, mail the guy. Say, guys, at 1,000 times again, I can take care of that. Just show me what you don't receive the money, and then he's going to take care of it. That's why we go to the next one. Come back to it and say something. Okay, I love that is lot interest. We're going to go. There is lots of message here, but we're going to go to the other. I just want to show it here. What happens here? And I have lots of message here, guys. So here, let's go. Give me just a second. And for you, my friend, and today you are working with your company. What are you creating now? What is Jason Potson doing today?
So I don't know if you are following along with the DIY part scene
Mhm.
so closely, but one of the things, problems at the moment is, especially in the world of DIY electric skateboard building, everyone has forgotten about the beginners. Everyone has forgotten about the younger people who aren't rich, like aren't flushed with cash, who can spend $4,000 on a $6,000 on a custom high spec beast board. There are majority of people want something affordable that's reliable, and unfortunately they're the forgotten part of the community. Everyone, like, if you pay attention to it, there's a lot of people who will brand shame you, they will budget shame you, they will spec shame you if you come in trying to build just a little board that's got, just enough power to get you around, right? And I think that sucks. I think there's too much negative energy. Everyone's talking about these top end machines that really, they're not even, they're mountain boards. They're not like a skateboard anymore. They've gone to another area, and it's going to bring some attention back to the entry level people. And that's really where a lot of my friends, my Chinese friends who have started their own companies, have really done amazing things. They've built entry level boards that truly are very good. Like, I wouldn't be saying this in 2014 because they sucked. They were shit. But now, if you want an affordable electric skateboard, building one yourself actually isn't the way to do it. You go and buy it complete, and it gets sent from China, and you have it. So the problem with this is that there are gaps in the community who are going to be able to experience creating their own electric skateboard. Building electric skateboard, it's about art and science. It's about creating something truly unique and truly awesome, and they're forgotten. And that's going to ultimately cripple the entire DIY electric skateboard scene, because if it's only about the top end, if it's only about this high end stuff and everything else is shamed, our community shrinks down to nothing. And that's something I can't live with. And that's why I keep making products. Like, this is the latest here, the tanker. Okay. And I must be honest with you, Nelson. I shared this product with a few people yesterday, and I said, if they can name what this kanji symbol is, if they can write it in English in the comments, if they can get that correct, the first person in the chat to get it correct wins it.
Okay.
So what is the tanker? This is $159 US dual motor controller. Okay, it's the most affordable, most intelligent, most robust electric skateboard motor controller. And I think people are going to love that, because imagine you bought one of these really cheap boards from China because that's all you could afford, and no one in the DIY community wanted to help you build with junk parts, which is fine. I mean, it gets annoying helping people build like the cheapest thing on the world, because we know as experienced builders that it's sort of crap. But when they've got a board from China and the motor controller dies, they can get an affordable product like this, the tanker, and they can drop it in and repair it themselves. So, man, I'm just looking forward to helping people make good electric skateboards and not blow their whole life savings on it, because a lot of people they're building stuff that's so overspec'd and they're not getting the use out of it.
And then there's a person here who said that I am blocked is blocked by you. What Do you have lots of persons that you have to block it because you have lots of message that you receive in your life? Was
Who? Me? Blocked? I don't know.
I don't know. I just wanted to see that. Let's see it here. Tell him, Nelson, that is okay. How can you make things with no money? Do you have investors? Do you have someone who's always doing something for you? Hello? Hello? Are you there?
Money. Yeah, you got me. Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Okay. Now I can hear.
Yeah. How can I make things with money? Is that the question?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there it is. I can see it. You can't. I don't know what that means. You can't make anything with no money. Everything needs money. So I think that's a question about business. Maybe he's
Yes.
wondering, how do you
Yes.
start a business if you
No.
don't have a
No.
pre-order model?
Yes, it's like today you close your doors. I think the question is like this: you close your doors with something because you are with no money, and today that you have no money, how can you continue to create something without no money? How would you achieve that? Because in the fact,
Me personally or in general?
you person, of course, we are talking with you, not with the general. I lose you again. Hello.
Yeah. To create new products and your factory trying to, like, you need thousands of dollars. So yes, you do need money. There are multiple ways to get money that don't involve doing pre-order campaigns, which I've said that I'm not doing. By the way, this product we have, it'll be ready in stock in about, they're just packing it up into boxes and stuff. So by about a week and a half, there'll be 400 of them. You can order it now. So like I said before, we're not ever going to do pre-orders again because that was a bad business model. So how do you do it then? You need money. When I started Ex-Enertion, I started it with my wife's credit card, believe it or not. She had a credit card that she wasn't really using. And I think it had about $7,000 on it. And I used that. And that was just enough to get some parts. And then you take all the profit from selling it and you save it in a bank. And then you use that to buy more parts. And you just have to keep doing that. And that's basically what I've had to start from scratch. I mean, I'm in so much debt from Ex-Enertion, paying back the government, paying, I had family loans just before Ex-Enertion got wound up. I pumped 100K into it just
I cannot listen to you, my friend. I'm losing you.
personal guarantor on that loan. You can't hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, now I can hear you again.
I can still hear you pretty good.
Yeah, but sometimes I lose you. But then we come to the next question, my friend. What is the good news short?
Source. What is a good news source? Okay, I think what he's asking is, I made a comment before about it depends where you hang. If you hang with people that just want to say negative stuff, or if you hang with people that want to say good stuff. Well, the easy thing to do when people say negative stuff all the time, it's simple. Just ask them, do you have a personal experience with this particular person that you're talking about? Or are you simply recycling something that you heard someone else say? Because it's a bad news cycle. Someone says, this guy's an idiot. So they just say, this guy's an idiot. And then 100 people are saying this guy's an idiot. You go and ask 99 of those people, how do you form this opinion? What was the exact experience? If they don't have an answer for you, you know you're hanging with the wrong crowd, because at the end of the day, you want to be with people who are just straight up and as natural and don't talk shit about anyone and just thing, and then you'll know that you're in the right crowd. If you know that's pretty simple. I think it's a good life skill. You need to be able to identify those people.
Let me see. Jason is updating us with house to the money to do not pay back.
Yeah, this guy, just email me, bud. Cab
No.
J21. Send me an email, Jason at Massive Stater, and just lay it down. Just identify yourself, show how exactly you believe you are owed money, and
Mhm.
because I don't know who you are, so
Yeah, of
you could
course.
be a
Nobody
made-up
knows.
person.
Yeah. So then we go to this. If Enation was banned from the trade, why are you still using the Enation Instagram account as your main account to promote your new business?
My buddy Q. He's another guy who likes to take stuff and sell it without permission. See, he's a really talented engineer. This guy should be proud of his own creations, and he should be sharing those beautiful things with the world. Like, your mum would not be happy if you took someone else's things that you didn't create and tried to make money out of those. You should really back yourself, my friend. And to answer the question, Instagram, Jason Potter created Instagram accounts. They're free. The Ex-Enertion, the company, didn't own any Instagram accounts or YouTube accounts or the forum that I created. It's Jason Potter who created them. They're free. There was no transaction. So Instagram is now Electric Skateboard Builder, and you know what? That's a platform that I can use to promote other people's brands, like Apex Customs, who's one of the best builders in the UK. They just need to back themselves a bit more and create their own stuff.
So I just want to say to Karen, they have a nice company. I hope that they have lots of success. I know the three guys. I know Ben, I know Lee, and I know Karen. I hope that you have lots of success. I don't want out to Jason to talk wrong about you guys. You have the right to make the question. He has the right to answer you, always politely. Of course, if you guys don't like each other, that is no problem. I know that before I see you sitting in the same teach and eating together and drinking, and today I think that is very sad not to see you together. And that's
I
why
I love those guys, man. Like, the thing is, I
I
love
cannot.
creating electric skateboard stuff.
Mhm. I don't.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you again. It cuts when you
Yeah.
said something.
Yeah, I love everyone who creates unique electric skateboard stuff and puts their heart and soul into it. How can you not like that in someone? You know, someone who really is just passionate. They're not making money. I'm telling you what. Like, no one in the electric skateboard game is rich. Like, even the companies that you think are the most successful, like Lacroix's doing well. They've done some amazing things with their product. Alex is probably not rolling in a lot of money from that. Like, it's probably he's probably putting all the money back into the business, I would say. And anyone with any sense would realize that that's risky, but it's also the only way to do it. Like, I've never really made any money in the electric skateboard industry.
But my friend, you are talking about difference. How that costed a Raptor when you sell it?
It was like 1,600
$16.
US dollars.
You have to think the price what he makes for his boards is like 4 times more than not 4 times, 3 times more than one board from you. And
Yeah,
I think the board is not so expensive like he put. I think he makes money from it. And in your company, how many people that work for you? Because I think the big problem for you was working with China, as destroy you.
Yeah, that's not easy. Sort of hard to avoid working with China to some degree. They make the motors and the electronics, so they do play a part, but it's mostly about the business model and how you structure things. Like the best thing about LaCroix, what they've done is set up production or final assembly in their own country. They've got their own team there. And honestly, one of the best things to do if you want to be good in business, go to law school. Like you don't have to be an engineer to start an electric skateboard company. Like you can hire engineers,
Yes.
and they can help you create awesome stuff. And you just have to build a good business plan and know how to deal with the problems that continuously arise. And one of the best educations you can have for that is in law school. Like, go and learn how to make contracts, go and learn how to set things up the right way so that there's a fail safe. If things don't work, like how do you resolve it? Like conflict resolution, all the stuff that you need to know how to do in a business. Become a lawyer. That's my advice to you all watching.
I just want to say something for all the guys out there. There is lots of guys we don't see his faces, we don't know where they are. I want to say to Karen is the only guy is there, and he show his face to make the question, and I think that is fantastic, because then you know with which person are you talking. If it's a good question or a bad question, then you see with which person, and I respect that. It's, for me, that's the way for you to do a question, because then you know with which person are you talking. Sometimes it's not so easy for us to answer a question that you don't know who is the person behind the computer. It's always easy. That's why it's not easy for us, and it's not easy for him to answer all the questions from you guys. So how do you want to fly the Shenix Foxbox?
I'll read it. How do you want to fight the Zenith Foxbox clone? Well,
Yeah,
look, I don't want to. Yeah, sorry, go.
That is the box I was talking about.
Yeah. So I don't really want to have a legal argument like in public. This is one of the things that I've learned over the years. The legal stuff should be dealt with in an appropriate manner. Like, and I can assure you, there is some legal things that allow me to dispute when people do this, and I will be doing that, and that's my legal right to do that, and I deserve to be able to have rights. If I've designed something and I'm the right holder, I deserve to be able to protect that, and I will. So, but that is, I won't go into the details of that.
Yes. That's what I said in private when I speak with everybody. If you have a problem with Jason, go to courts with him. Then, or if you cannot take care of the matter alone with him, go to courts. That's why it keeps justice for you to take care of that. Putting the stuff here outside is not going to be the best way. It's not going to help nobody, and is just going to make negative things. That's why I came to. We go directly to the other one. He makes lots of questions, or if he can. So assume that Jason makes a profile, and with a new company, can we expect the old A-Nation tickets to be refunded? No.
That doesn't make sense. I mean, what are tickets?
Yeah.
It's simple. If you believe you are owed money, if you have a legitimate claim, my email is jason@massivestater.com. And before I leave this earth, if you can prove your claim, you will be paid back in full. And all the negative energy that people like to say bad things, this, that, there's a solution. So just come to me and we'll work it out.
Do you have here a very special person? That is Mike. You see him in a race in Paris. He's telling you something for you from Italia. If you like, that is not a question. That is just him talking. And I think everybody, like me, I think we have to help each other. That's why support from him from Italia. I think that is a good thing for
brother.
you. He's a very good person. He's a very good person, and I thank everybody everybody have to have this energy and respect you. I'm very proud that you came here, my friend, and I just want to see. I don't want to lose no questions. I know that you have to go take your doctor to
I got time.
school. Okay,
I got a bit more time. So let's
okay.
get the questions happening. I'm here to answer anyone's
That,
questions. And I mean, I love it. I've got nothing to hide, guys. Like,
that's why I tell you, live. Everybody can have the chance to ask him something. Let's go here. If it's the same questions, we're not going to answer that the same as Foxbox was basic the first open source designs.
that doesn't, okay. So the
Related to
problem is that that question doesn't really make that much sense.
it.
The Foxbox was based on free open source design. This wasn't, this is not open source. It
Okay.
never was.
Let's go, Mike. Just saying hello. I want to say to everybody there. Okay, do you have a legal position to use the Nation PSB designs?
There are no Ex-Enertion PCB designs.
Okay. I'm going to make a question for me. You just answer yes or no. I don't want you to go to details. Do you have do you lose all your papers? I know that was lots of stuff burned from you as the private things from your Foxbox and everything. Do you going to make something against Jeff, the guy who worked for you before, or against Lacroix?
Absolutely not. I mean, you can look historically, and yeah, from time to time, there's disagreements that I have with people, but I don't bother allocating my energy or time to negative things towards people. They did what they did, and yes, there was some like disagreements, but that's in the past. Like Jeff, I know Jeff. He's been in my house. He's met my family. I've traveled with him. I've had beers with him. I've got nothing against him. We all.
Don't you have nothing against him, Jason?
No.
Do you do you? Okay, he was first of all, he was one guy who helped you a lot, but in end, was no regrets or something that you said that you think for yourself. Maybe I could do better, or he can do better with me.
No, I mean, there are no regrets. You either win or you lose, and if you lose, you have to learn and move forward. There's no regrets. There's nothing. I like those boys, Alex, Jeff, Charles. I love what they are doing. Like, it's simple as that.
Do you speak with them?
Not any longer. No, I don't speak with them. But the thing is, after Ex-Enertion sort of blew up publicly and there was all that shit going on, Jeff and I were talking. Like, we had an investor, an Australian guy, who was looking to basically buy Ex-Enertion completely, solve all the problems, employ Jeff full time, set him up in an office in San Francisco, pay him a bloody good wage, look after Charles as well. Like, because money makes the world go around, and when you're low on resources, it becomes really difficult to keep everyone happy. And at the end of the day, I mean, I was working for free. Like, I wasn't being paid. It was hard to keep the wages going for everyone. But the thing is with Jeff, he got paid all his wages and resigned. And after that fact, we were talking for several months, like friends still, about how we could actually bring Ex-Enertion back and do new things. And, that it is what it is. Like, it's a long story. I could go into it one day privately with you over a beer, but business is business. At the end of the day, a business either works or it doesn't. A product's either good or it's not. Like, all of the sort of in between stuff really doesn't matter. Like, a question before was, how can I start up again? How is anyone going to trust me again? Why would anyone buy? Well, it's simple. I make this available or
Mhm.
any other new products available.
Mhm.
And if people choose to hand over their money and they get their products and they're happy, and if I do that over and over and over again for the next 12 months, that's how I solve this. That's how, you just got to do good things. If you do good things happen. It's simple.
Yeah, you have here again from Michael. He's telling if you need some help or something like that, just get in touch with him, and he believes the
Yeah.
second chance is a very good rider. He's a very good person. You always, I think, for you, Jason, lots of doors closed for you because
No,
before. Not, I say like this. I'm going to put it in another way. I know that you, when you were there, was lots of persons together. You were the best man of the world, and everybody was contacting you. And then when it came to the problem that you have financial problems, do you see lots of guys that was drinking and eating with you and having fun, close the door? Mm?
I don't believe in closed doors. I mean, why would I be here trying to start again? Like, I'm
No,
obvious. Like, the thing is,
I,
some people call me delusional, and they're right. I am delusional. Like, what on earth is going on in my head to make me think I can start up an electric skateboard company in my garage, completely fucking fail, like, explode, and then I'm back doing it again. I must be delusional. So everyone out there who likes to call me delusional, I am. And it is what it is. Like, you just got to live and love and keep creating. If you're not creating, if you're just spreading hate around and not actually doing anything, you're like an anchor on the industry. Create something, give it to people, make the world a better place, create a business, design something and give it away, and share some love around, man. The electric skateboard building industry is going to collapse on itself if we can't get through this shit. Like, the division, stop dividing, start bringing everyone back together and sharing love, because it's already happened, man. Like, the communities are getting divide. Everyone's very divisive. They like to say, oh, that person's bad and that person's good. And like, people are trying to create, space between groups. People are trying to be divisive. It's the wrong thing to do.
yeah,
And people
like,
will see that. Anyone who's ever met me in person, like anyone on the chat, if you've met me in person, did you think I was a reasonable human being? Did you have a good time? Did we have a laugh? Fucking oath we did. Like, that's the thing.
I have lots of enjoying. I have a nice picture with you because in the same day we have we go bed with our in Paris. We have and we have the picture together showing the arm. I have to find this picture. No, it's not a
Yeah.
problem. I just want to say to Sad Skater, he wants to come to the live, but in a moment I'm speaking with Jason. Maybe later I can put you in the live. It's not a problem. But I just want to say hello to Scott from Australia.
Scott.
Yeah, and let's go to see if there is anything. Do you miss? That is people speaking with each other. Hello, we don't need this. That is Frederick. I think that is the Foxbox is a P. AP is owners by J Boston. The PSC is a P is the owners by A Nation. That is and the parts for the liquidation. Jason tried to buy the PSD
Yeah.
AP, but there was nothing to sell. Is that right?
Right. There was all of the source files that are used to create a PCB gone.
Okay, that was burn out.
Well,
Finito.
it was not presented in a way that it was a saleable asset. Like, it's gone.
Yes, my question. I'm going to put it like this: before the problems, what companies did you sell? Lacroix,
Before
Bioboard,
what?
Kelly. What companies do you sell? How many? The big
Yeah,
company.
yeah.
Everybody
Like
was working with.
six or more. Yeah, yeah. It was like we were selling. We wanted to their own skateboard and sell that. We were selling the product to retailers who had their own website and wanted to sell it. So if you take everyone who was buying and reselling, like probably 20 people,
Okay.
people love the product. Like it's a good product. It works. It's proven and it's affordable. Like, and it's in stock now. It's so sort of a no-brainer.
Let's see if if there is more questions here. The Freddy case originally. Okay, that is just people speaking with each other. That is not what we want. Let's see here the other one. Jason, are you going for the deal?
I can't
Singles.
sing. I'm shit at singing. So
Yeah.
no,
Okay, let's go. Let's see here.
it's
You're going to
it's like I just haven't cut it, man. Like, give me a break.
Is this- Let's go here. Let's see it. I want to see if there any questions here. The people are talking with each others, and that is nothing private chat. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring the sad skater here. Please be polite. If you're not polite, I'm going to put you out directly. If you have a question to Jason, please, you can make it. No problem. But if I see the question is a bullshit, I put you out and he's not going to answer. Please, my friend.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, man.
nobody can see you. We can listen to you.
No, that's right. I haven't got a cam. So I went on massivestater.com. Is it correct that is yours now? Is that your new company?
That's right.
Oh, right. So I saw like the Unity Plus, but I also saw the ESC with the kanji symbol on it. What's the difference between them? And why is there a new why are there two versions? What's the difference? Can you explain that to us?
So the biggest difference is the price. So it's $159 versus $199 for the Unity. And basically what we did is, in the world of electric skateboarding, there's a lot of stuff people buy that they don't need. So we looked at stuff that, what don't you need? Like, what is the bare minimum to make this work? Once you remove the stuff that people don't really need, like the Bluetooth, for instance, it does not have a Bluetooth comms chip on it. So if you want to program it, you plug USB into it and use your computer, which is fine, because once you've set up your skateboard, honestly, not that many people are like fiddling with the app. You set it up, you get it dialed in, you ride it, and you forget about it. So we're taking things like that are expensive out of it, and we've changed the case design a little bit. So there's a few little changes to the actual manufacturing process that have made it a little bit lower cost as well. So those savings, once you add them up, allows us to sell the product at $159 US. And yeah, I think that's going to be well received.
So could you give us a little, like a small overview of what you stripped out of the what's it called again?
The product's called Tenka.
The Tenka, yeah. So can you like give us a little list of the most important differences?
The most, like literally the most important difference is there's no comms module. So you could buy that separately and add it in. There's no silicon case like this. The heatsink is a little bit different. This has got one here and one here on both sides. So there's extra cost there. That's been removed. It's the whole case is basically.
So it's more like it's more like the Fogbox that we used to have, but make it dual. That's basically what it is then.
Yeah. So there's a Bluetooth module that's just in there for fun at the moment, but it doesn't come with it, and that's it. It's.
But do you use the same web?
Yeah, it's fully compatible with the VESC tools. So you can plug USB in here, USB-C, and fully program it however you want through your computer. Or if you add the Bluetooth module, or it doesn't have to be this one. This is the one from the Unity. You can plug a Bluetooth module in it and program it through the various apps that are compatible with Esk. But that's it. It's just more like a
it's just a bare bones Unity.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it looks pretty sweet.
Any difference in what power it can take?
It's a little bit. It's a little bit different, yeah. So it's going to be if you want the performance, maximum performance, you would still buy this guy.
And what's the threshold for that? Because us e-skaters like hard numbers.
The specs are on the website there. So just go to
great.
massivestater.com and you can have a look at it. But I did a video as well where I had it plugged into, because you can actually plug one motor. If you join these together, you can have one motor running from this. And we did 120 motor amps for, it was like 2.5 minutes or something through it. So it's got great power still.
So, my friend, do you have any questions anymore?
Well, not right now. So I'd like to thank you for answering my questions, Jason.
No problem.
We are here, my friend. If somebody wants to come and make a nice question like said skater, is no problem. We can have you. Thank you for coming, my friend. And we're going to go again with the live. Thank you and enjoy the live, my friend.
Catch you later, brother.
So we come to now, we're going to leave it. I think that the questions is not so much in the moment. It is like this. Well, why not change MOSFET and what's the
MOSFETs and some component and put out the market a new whole higher voltage ESC? Honestly, there's two answers to that. So high voltage ESC, yeah, I'm not that convinced about high voltage yet. We'll see how that goes. I don't like, the thing is with, if you go too higher voltage, it becomes an electrocution problem. You can die from high voltage, you know, if it gets too high, and it's illegal to work on products with a voltage over a certain amount. It depends what country you're in, but like 50 and 60 volts is getting to like the ceiling of what you're allowed to work on without having a certification. So, and that's the same in the US and Australia. I'm not sure, like there's so many countries with different regulations, but so there's that. And I mean, honestly, I don't necessarily see that it's proven to be anything more than a higher cost at this point. So we'll wait and see there. And yeah, what I forget what was something about the components. So yeah, the components are a little bit different.
Okay. Let's see here what we have. How long it's deliver time for our new vest?
For this new one?
Yeah. With this,
one?
Yes, for the new one.
Yeah, we got them ready to. They're getting packaged now, so it's all getting put in boxes and by probably mid next week.
But the inside of the box is the same like the Fox box, or there is like something
inside this box?
No, inside of the Fox box and the product, the two of them is the same, or the technology is the under is not the yes.
Yeah, so this one at 199, it's slightly higher performance, like by a fraction compared to this. And this has more communication stuff because it has Bluetooth.
Okay.
This one doesn't have wireless communication. It's just like, it still has a switch, still has an on-off switch. You can turn your board on and off. And yeah, you've got $40 left in your pocket, which you probably should put towards a battery or something.
I just want to ask you something.
84 volts is not safe, by the way. Whoever Tech 518B.
That is a fantastic guy. He's a person.
Yeah, it's not safe. Look it up. It's like it's regulation in the US and Australia. It's published online. You can look up what safe working voltages are. So check that out.
And now we're going to go to. I have the other question is like this: what was the problem with you, my friend, with the Raptor 2.1? Why it was so many complaints?
Honestly, people need to understand we shipped about 2,000 of those boards. So are there 2,000 people out there saying that there's a problem? No. I haven't seen 2,000 people say there's a problem. Every product has a problem. That's why there's warranty. That's why there's repair agents. It is like what it is. But
like me, I have involves, and I was with lots of problems with involves. That is shit happens. That is like this. I'm asking because the people always say that the problem from the company was the development of the 2.1. That was not a very good board.
I'll tell you what the problem was. I'll tell you what the problem was. So basically, in a quick nutshell, the problem is we tried really hard to make something that no one else had made. So have you ever been bushwalking, Nelson?
Yeah.
You do bushwalking?
Yeah.
If you're the leader, like if you're at the front of the group and you're trying to make a trail through the bush that no one's ever walked before, it's hard, man. It's hard making that trail. You're slashing shit, you're cutting yourself, you're getting bitten by spiders. It's hard to be a trailblazer. And unfortunately for stupid me here, when I built the Raptor, I thought it would be good to make the most powerful direct drive electric skateboard ever. And actually, turns out we did. It's still the fastest direct drive. Like nothing else has beaten it in terms of a production board in a box. But that comes with consequences. Firstly, it's just stupid to run things like high performance. Like you should never try to create a retail product and run it and make a max performance thing. It's really hard. So then you have to work some failure into the cost. So we sold it too cheap. We made it before we should have. We should have waited longer. And the other problem was instead of setting up production in Australia, where like Raptor 1, we were producing in my garage. I had a team of people. But due to my wife's career choices, we have to move around quite a bit. And I knew that. I knew we would have to move. So when the Raptor 2 started, I really didn't want to set up production and then every year for the next 4 years have to shut production down, pack everything up, move to a new state, find new people, bring them in, train them just to produce the product. So in my delusional mind, folks, yes, I'm delusional. I thought, why not go to China, where I'd been doing business for years, and find an assembly line who could basically build it for me without interruptions and could scale it. And that's what we did. We went to China, we found it. Strangely enough, when we went to China, I think it was 2017, there were no electric skateboard assembly factories. There were e-bikes, there were balance scooters, were pretty popular back then, but they're like Meepo and some of these other companies that everyone knows now, they weren't even around. So when we were there looking for who knows what we're trying to build, no one even knew what it was. Like people were like, yeah, we can do it. And that was really difficult to set that up and getting the quality right with people who don't really know what they're doing. Because we designed the Raptor so it was modular, like everything sort of plugged in, like the battery just plugged in. You weren't really soldering stuff. But when you get 70 different parts that are custom designed with like 20 different suppliers, and it all has to come together and it all has to fit together, and people don't necessarily know the the intricate details, like someone who designed it, stuff doesn't get put together right. And that's when you see problems. Like if you're not testing everything perfectly, which I had no idea about this before we started. Like, this is what's so crazy about this story. Things just went nuts with the Raptor 2. Like, we did a Kickstarter. In one day, it was like $200,000 worth of sales in one day when it launched. And I'm like, shit, what to do? So I'm not here making excuses. I made plenty of mistakes, but at the end of the day, we delivered 2,000 of them. Most of the people that have them were actually satisfied with the product. The people that weren't happy, that had problems and didn't feel like they got a suitable resolution, are clearly upset, and I apologize.
Yeah, and that's why I come to this question here. If the product tech is with the IP and owns by massive state-owned
Yeah.
firm.
Product tanker has the IP, or I mean, these are Quinn. I know who you are, Quinn. That's a generic question, and if you want to talk legal stuff, it's technical. So when you say has all IP owned by Massive Stater, no. I guess the simple answer is no. It's owned by Jason Potter.
Okay, then we go to another one here. That is a question from one guy. Is Steve Raptor 2.1 was not tested? Is that true? Is that fair? What was the
answer to that is you can never test enough. You can never test enough. Like, there's always better processes, and that's what most of my time was spent on, trying to get processes and systems set up to filter out bad quality. And it's surprisingly very complicated. If you ever go to China and walk through some of these factories, ask them, what is their process to, when goods come in, how do you know it works? Like, what are the test criteria that it must be checked off to get the green light to go into the next assembly line, and working out whether a motor is correct, or working out whether the materials used to create a product are the correct materials. How do you test whether the urethane mixture is the correct urethane mixture without destroying the product? It's so complicated, and that's why there are test engineers, people who that's their whole life is devoted to just working out ways of checking stuff. And the truth is, guys, we didn't have all of the resources we needed to do it properly. And it is what it is. I mean, it's hard work. Product development is ridiculously hard work.
I just want to ask you something before. That is Thomas. Tom is a fantastic writer. He makes something. We have to move on. I think everything. And let's write. I think that is a very good thing, innovation. And you put the sport. Yes, I think you change the sport when you bring this Fox box. Then when you bring the Raptor out, that was the fast machine. I think today is one of the fast machines with all motors. I want to ask you something. How many
Cheers,
times
Thomas.
do you have?
Thanks, Thomas.
How many time do you have, my friend, to stay here? I don't know.
Let's go for like another 20 minutes or
Okay.
So, yeah, it's fine.
If somebody asks questions, please put it here. Be polite. If you want to come in a live, just say to me and ask him some very nice questions in a nice way. I think he can answer. You see, he's open to answer all of you. Don't come with stupid or the same questions. We don't want to have that. And let's go, my friend. For you, let's see. I just want to see. I see here was some questions here from the that I don't need. That was a question here from Germany. I see because of
Did anyone just while you're looking? Did anyone work out what this kanji symbol is yet?
Yeah,
you
if somebody. Yeah, if somebody knows, please. I just want to put it here and let's see. I see Jason. Have you plans for release a new board? He answered to this question. Do you have it or
Pro-
not?
Probably not, because I've now understand what it takes, and to do it properly, I would have to do it in Australia. I'd have to build my assembly, and like I said before, we need to move our house every 12 months for a little bit, probably. So, I can't actually do it. Like, I want to do it, and I've got ideas, but I'm not interested.
You have a question here from Mike again. How could you give your help and support to the pro riders? Where anyone you can do the orders or help to approving your. How can you help all the guys in general? In you
So,
before, because
so
how many guys was working
sorry.
with you? How many riders were riding with you before, my friend? Was
Like,
Mojo?
yeah,
Yeah.
so riders. I've got something to say about riders. Now, the thing is, electric skateboarding. Actually, let's go back to skateboarding. I don't know how old your audience is here, but I was born in the 80s. So skateboarding, there were no electric skateboards. I came up skateboarding normal skateboards. And the thing that was most important for that industry were the riders. No one cared too much about the engineers who developed a bearing, or the engineers who developed a good urethane mixture to make the urethane wheel. No one really cared about the material scientists who worked on making choosing hard maple for the deck. No one cared about that. What the people cared about, what really made the difference, were the skillful athletes who could ride the products and promote the sport in a positive way and bring everyone with them. As a young kid, when you see someone who really has skill and control over their body and can do tricks, and who is a positive role model, that is who you look up to. That is what brings the industry forward. None of the tech talk and the bitching in the background and the nonsense that goes on in the background, historically, none of it matters. And if you spend your time doing that, you're wasting your energy. Find the best riders, give them awesome products, and let them showcase to the world why this sport is so fucking good. If you're not putting every inch of your heart and passion into that, you're a time waster. That's why I love you, Nelson. You're the man bringing people together with this narrative and communicating it. And that's all it has to be. It has to be about riding. The technology is pretty much there, guys. We've got pretty much motors are good, batteries are good. Like, that's been worked out. It's been a tough fucking few years, but we're there. We've got that. Let's enjoy the riders, the riding, the group rides, the community, the love. Share the love.
That is just a person here saying to. First of all, my name is Nelson. If nobody knows, I'm not no limits. It's just the name I put it for us to write. But my name is Nelson for everybody. I just want to tell to Jason.
It's not just. It's something else. That symbol, the kanji symbol. I don't know. Do a Google image search or something.
Jason, you have to remember that every customs are in end of the board do not care about promos. You add with the Chinese companies, etc. If something do not work, they will blame you. Of course,
they blame it, and I know that, man. I'm the one who has to wear the burden of all of this, and I've not pushed it to anyone. I'm fully responsible for everything that happened. I have to live with that. And at the end of the day, man, the Raptor, I got Raptors here that work. People who still got Raptors that work. The product works. And I wish Inertion didn't shut down. I wish we could have kept incrementally improving that product. We had new motor designs. We had new urethane formulas. We had new things that we wanted to do. We were expanding the business model so it would have distributors in each country so that there were dedicated repair agents and dedicated support centers in each country. We had the vision, but we didn't execute and we failed. And that's it.
And we have here questions from 8. Hi, Jason. How often do you skate? What is your current board?
I'll show you guys. I'll show you. So I've been testing.
I just want to say hello to everybody. I'm going to try to answer all the questions. Hello, Lee. How are you, my friend? I'm going to put all the questions. Hello, guys over there. Yes, please, my friend.
So that's I mean, that's an old Raptor deck.
Mhm.
That's just some case thing that I've been looking at. But I've been riding these what are they called? Cloud wheels. They're actually surprisingly really good, man. I wish they had existed for the Raptor. And this is a mini board. I like I'm a skater. Like I started skating with kicktail.
But that is a
decks.
Meepo, or it's like the
Yeah,
same
it's a
box from
Meepo.
Yeah.
But it has Fockbox inside it.
Okay.
So I've been loving just small boards lately.
Because you have a background of skating.
Yeah, exactly. And because the thing is, I love street skating. I love like being agile and nimble, jumping off gutters, popping off things and really carving it. And I need a board that's in my car. Like I can throw it in there. I got 2 kids. They got bikes. They got stuff that has to be transported around in the car. So I can't have anything bulky. It needs to be lightweight, and I need to be able to rip it.
I just want to say hello. Is saying hello to Jason.
Lee, how are you, Lee?
I think he's doing well with his
Good to
company.
see you, bud.
He make the interview with you. I hope that he has lots of achievements in his life. For me, he's a fantastic guy. Like, I don't have no problems with nobody. That's why I don't have no problems with you. And I think that was a fantastic day for me. For me, it was a fantastic day. And to see so many people here, of course, there is people are criticizing, making critics to you, but there is lots of persons who support you. And I think that is you have the 2 sides of the balance, and everybody is there. I just want to say that he is here. That is not a matter, but I want to put everybody. I just want. It is just me, or this is ignoring the message.
I can see your message, Frederick.
My friends, I'm trying to put all the message. I'm not ignoring nobody, but there is lots of message. In end, we're going to go very fast, and we're going to see. I'm not ignoring nobody. Frederick, don't think I ignore anybody. If I miss some question, put it again, because that is very fast here for me. The message is boom, 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 boom. Sometimes it's difficult for me to reach all of the message. It's easy for you because you message and you have time. I have to answer. I have to listen to him. I have to control the message. I have to do everything here, and it's very difficult for me. I'm sorry if I don't put your question here. Let's go to the Vincent. Vincent is from the Fat Daddy in. Hi, Jason. Are you still going to work with the automatic manual board? Vincent, Vincent is going to come here. Vince is a one-wheel fanatic. Is a fantastic
He's a legend.
guy. Yeah, and he's going to come here with us. I reach him, and he's going to come to us to make an interview. Thank you. Please.
Yeah, man. So the automated manual board, I think, to elaborate what he's saying, is a skateboard that can basically pop up onto its back wheels and do a manual, like, and yeah, it is possible. For those who don't have the skill.
Nobody can listen to you, my
get
friend.
your ability.
Nobody listen to you. That blocks.
Yeah, right. It drops every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say what I said again. So yes, it's possible. Electronic to make a skateboard pop up onto its rear wheels and do a manual. So yeah, that is possible, and it will happen.
Okay, then Mike said we don't answer the right question. It was different questions. My question was we can help being pro riders support? Yes or no?
How can we help? Yeah. So
Yeah.
the best thing for product developers is to have writers just telling them, that thing keeps breaking. That thing isn't good enough. Like, just find manufacturers and just send them the information, even if they don't necessarily have a system to record it all. It goes into our heads. If we get told the same thing enough, if people say the same thing enough, eventually, that information from the writers trickles down to the developers. And most of the developers in the eSkate game, they ride as well, so they do understand that if that information keeps coming in, it's the same information, and they're seeing it eventually gets fixed.
And that is another question from Kin. First of all, guys, I'm not English. I'm Portuguese. I try my best with the English, so that's the first thing. Sometimes it's very difficult, and when you don't understand because it's English, then you have to understand. For me, it's more difficult. I try to do my best for you guys to help you. Jason, do you know
Your English is awesome, man. It's like 50 billion times better than my Portuguese.
Yeah, but do you know the answer for this one? Because I think that is the DRFTB. I don't know what is this.
Yeah, they could. I mean, I'm happy to work with anyone. I always have been. I don't hold grudges, and I love electric skateboard stuff. So just let's talk.
Okay. Let's see. Now the Kevin just let's see. Move it.
Frederick, strength.
Yeah.
Strength.
That is the name.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
That's what that means.
No.
Or strong, or strength. Yeah.
Okay.
Because then you need to be a strong son of a bitch to deal with all these people and all their,
It's a difficult world, my friend. It's a difficult world.
It's difficult,
Yeah, I know. Sometimes when I write something, my friend, they kill me, and sometimes it's difficult for you to understand the person's in the other side. Sometimes it's very difficult. Are you going to sell a simple West again?
Well, this is the thing. A single ESC, I'm not sure. Like, every business or every product, you need to be able to sell the thing, and you need to be able to sell enough to justify its existence. Otherwise, it's just money sitting there. So a single like this for $159, 4 years, what was about 4 or 5 years ago, the single that cost $159 just for one. Now this can do it anyway. You can plug one motor in there anyway. So obviously it's physically a bit bigger, but that means the single ESC has to be cheap again. And I'm not sure it's that viable yet, but maybe we'll see.
Most of the complaints about the Raptor 2
Steve,
comes from,
I can see. Yeah.
Is about the wheels.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I released all of the designs. Yeah. I released all the designs open source. Anyone who's really good at making high quality urethane can take that and make it. So there's no reason a wheel cannot be made for that motor.
Okay, let's go to another one here. Let's see. Tell Jason that the symbol trailing by Google Trails is just a trail symbol.
It's
where,
but that's not Frederick. That's not the right way to translate it. You need to know what that character is and look for that character, the pattern, and then you'll find the answer. And you already found it anyway. It's strong or strength. Anyone who's Chinese watching might be able to help as well. Like,
help.
Hello to everyone from China.
Okay, let's go here. Let's see what happened here. What's the Tesla on surf guys as hell? I think they are talking with each other.
Not really. It's not really targeted for eSurf. I mean, even though it's potted, you can't really say that that's completely waterproof, even though it's very resistant to splashes because none of the electronics are exposed except maybe through the USB. But like there's still metal there, so it's not, you can't submerge this thing in water, but it's going to be way more robust in terms of protection against splash, debris, dust, like all the shit that can get onto your PCB and screw it up. This is protected now from that.
Jason, what is your future plans to read yourself after nation failure?
This is an easy question. So, and I sort of answered it before.
Yeah.
Redemption is not something that is given. It's not, you can't just, it can't happen instantly. I have to work and I have to do good things and I have to help the community grow and I have to promote other brands and I have to develop new products and I have to love what I'm doing and keep doing it, which is no different than what I always did anyway. I just have to keep doing it. Just because I fucked up once and there was problems, get over it, guys. Like the thing is, imagine if you went to university to study this topic that you really love, engineering, and your first year, you know, you've been partying a bit too hard, whatever, you fail that exam, the first exam for your engineering, and they turn around to you and say, you have been kicked out of engineering school and you can never practice engineering ever again. They don't do that. If you fail an exam, you don't get kicked out of school. If your number one sports team starts their season and they lose their first game, they don't get banned from the sport. They get to come back next week and play again. Now, if the fans watching that sport, watching that team, if they decide that they are so shallow and so unforgiving that their team lost one game and that they no longer want to be involved in the sport or watching that, that's the audience, that's the individual's problem. The sports team, they go back to training, they do the work, they go back and play again and they win. And they don't quit.
I just want to answer this. I don't need no moderator. My English is going to come better every day. I'm doing this live streaming, and my English was 20 years close because I live in Germany, and German is like so many words. It's close to English, and I stopped using the English, but I'm going to come better and better. I'm reading every day, and I think in several months I'm going to be better for all of you, and I can surprise you. I think with the time, with interviews, I just want to say in 3 months, I make now 72 interviews with you guys, with riders. And that was like, I'm doing more than one day in a week because in Sundays I have sometimes 2 persons. That's why I'm very proud in 3 months and a little more 3 months and a half, I'm doing 72 interviews. It's a lot, guys, believe it or not. But I'm here for you, and I hope that today we are helping to talk a little more about Jason Potten, and is here. Is for me, I'm going to give it in Portuguese. We always do like this. A big compliment to you to come here and show your face that everybody have to do like you. If everybody works like you, maybe the world is going to change for better. But I just want to go. I don't think that in a moment. What's here? The last one. The reason why I am saying you need a moderator is not because your English. The questions. I understand you, my friend, but I want to keep this live stream like this. I think that is. By me, I don't have questions. I make it flow. I think that is the way everything has to work. That is how I work. Now we're going to go to you. I think we answered for all the questions that everybody, the people was with 2 hours to ask you everything they want. Now I want to go to you, the Jason Potten, the person. I think you deserve that. I think like everybody who comes here deserve that. I want to say, you lose so much in your life, my friend, that you fight so much. Is How is your life today? Is easy, my friend. It's not easy. I cannot listen to you.
Is life easy
I cannot listen to you.
now?
Sorry. You are blocked.
Okay, what about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now it's
Got me
okay.
now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So your question, how is life? Well, life is a funny thing. It depends what you focus your energy and attention on. If I focus all of my energy and attention on all the hateful comments and all the hatred and the negative energy, if I look at that, my life sucks, right? It's sad. I'm a father. I've got 2 young children. I've got a wife. I'm a family man.
You have a family?
I'm passionate.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a passionate guy. I want to do good things. I want to make awesome products. I want to skate. I want to, I want to have a good life. Everyone wants a good life. No one deserves to be constantly attacked over things that happened 2, 3 years ago. Like the people that can't move on are the ones that we need to see. Are you okay? Do you need help? Because I honestly think some people
I cannot listen to you. You are again blocked.
Yeah, all right. Is it back now?
Yeah, now it's back.
We good, good, good. Yeah. So I honestly think that some of these people with such anger inside them, such hate inside them, we have to wonder, are they okay? Did they go through school being tormented and bullied, and now they have this rage inside them and they want to put it back out against people? Don't worry about me. I'm tough enough to get through this shit, and at the end of the day, like, it's my life and I'm going to do it. I got a vision. I think electric skateboarding is going to be something we can all be proud of looking back. Don't leave a negative trail on the internet of you being an asshole. Like, don't do it, because people could just go back and say, man, you're real nasty. Like, don't do that. Just be good.
I just want to. I don't want to come back to the question, but I have to ask. There is a question here. Is interesting. What is with this giveaway? I see the video here, and this giveaway that happens is going to
Where?
happen. The video what you put out here.
On Instagram.
No, in Facebook. In
Oh, that. Yeah. But that's, if you want to be an e-skate bro, you can win e-skate gear. So we've already been giving away prizes. People have been getting FOC boxes. People have been getting pre-built boards from some of my friends who are building boards in China. So it's just a way to like give back to people and build that community up. That is the point there. It's a positive initiative to get people just enjoying the community again. Like, there's so much. Like, this is an example. Most people most people I know, like, say if you went to a pub, 10 of your friends are at the pub and they say, Nelson, come to the pub, and you sit down with them and you start talking about electric skateboards. How many of your friends from school or whatever are into electric skateboards? Like 1, 2, all of them? Are they all into it, or just a little bit?
Yeah.
So for me, if I went to the pub, maybe 10 of my mates are there. Maybe one other dude is interested in what I got to say about electric skateboard. The other guys aren't. So then when you take that one person out of 10 who knows about electric skateboard, then you start talking about DIY electric skateboards, and you realize that it's such a microcosm of like chatter, this DIY electric skateboard, this community that are online. It's so niche, it's so small, and it's an echo chamber. You drop negative stuff in there and it just bounces around and it's negative. we've got to break from that. Okay, so we've got to do positive things and make people talk about cool shit again. Like that's the goal. So if you want to be an e-skate bro, head over to the Electric Skateboard Builders Forum and get involved. Get involved with the community. Say hi to the noobs. Share information, and you can win some awesome shit.
Yeah. And I want a hat from you. We have to change how hats. I have my hat here. I don't know what I have it. You have to give me one from you.
This
We're
one.
going to. Yes, you have to send me one. I always receive. This is from this received yesterday. That is from the guys from USA. They send me that.
Yeah, Mo. Yeah,
that
Mo.
is.
That dude, he is a treasure for electric
Yes.
skateboarding. You know why? He doesn't talk shit. He loves what he does with a passion. He's the leader in the race scene. And what I was saying before about racing, man, if it wasn't for that dude, racing as a sport of electric skateboard probably wouldn't exist. You need the people to put their ass on the line and go out and do shit, not sit around with the negative energy. That gets you nowhere.
I just want to say something before we go out because of sharing. Moe, he sent me this. I'm going to keep this because I love this. That is always for me. But this one, I'm going to give it from one of the guys here from the who see the channel. That is a fantastic from him. And when we come to 1,000 subscribers, guys, I'm going to give this one. Then go there, subscribe. That is a very good for all of you. That was Eric from Shrek Lights who sent me, and he sent it to me, and I don't want to lose it. The other thing, I just want to say, my friend, I'm not going to answer more questions from you guys. I think we answered enough questions. I think if you have a problem, I'm going to ask to Jason to leave his email here for everybody. I just want to ask you to go to the end. My friend, you as a rider, what you like more, day or night riding?
Day or night? Night's pretty cool, man. When you got a few boys, like when we're in the Carve UK thing, doing some night runs. There's no cars. You got a bit more freedom. It's not stinking hot. You're not sweating your balls off. So yeah, I think night because you get the freedom.
Yeah, the other thing I want to ask, what is for you? You are a skater background. What is for you more important? Speed, carving, or the two of them together?
Carving, honestly, I don't really care so much about. For me, as a street skater, when you were skateboarding, you're not going out carving around. Like you skate somewhere, you find a place that you like to skate, and you're doing tricks. And when you're not there doing tricks, you skate somewhere else. Like sometimes when you'd find a nice big hill, you'd carve down it because it's a way to slow your speed down. So it's fun, but like if I'm going from point A to point B, I go the quickest way, and that's not carving. That's get down, go fast, and just get there, man. Carving can be a bit of a fun thing for downhills and stuff, or uphills with electric skateboards.
What do you think? You, as a so experienced guy, for all the guys there, open motors, belt motors, gear drives?
Yeah. Look, I really think the thing is, no one's really developing motors really at the moment, which is strange. All the talented engineers there are in this scene are dedicating so much time and energy to stuff that sometimes isn't important. Like developing motors is the next stage. So if you're a talented mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, whatever, how do you make better motors? Now, the hub motor, for instance, still has room to improve. And the reason I like them is because of the clean aesthetic. You don't have parts external that can be damaged. It's inside a wheel, and it can be very powerful. And I like it. The problem is, it's complicated to engineer that. So I'm a hub motor guy. I love it, but I think when normal outrunner motors are further developed, which there's room for improvement there, they will eventually have a gearbox built into them, and it will be like direct drive, and it will be a tight little pack on the truck, just sort of like electric bike motors. Their gearbox is fully integrated into the motor. We're not doing that yet. We're getting close, but there's room for improvement. Another 5 years, man.
Yeah. Then the other thing is, for you, what you like more: group rides, riding yourself, just riding with experienced guys and trust guys that you know out when you are riding, you are safe because you know what he's doing. And sometimes groups is always not so easy because you never know what the reaction from the guy of the group. Now, what is
Yeah,
for you more?
group rides for sure are way better than riding by yourself, but it's inevitable. Not everyone has the same skill. Like I like going fast. I want to be at the front always. I like to push. If you can't keep up, like, you just need to practice more. Get a faster board. I don't know. Get a LaCroix or a freaking get one of those boards that goes ridiculously fast and is stable, and yeah, get up there.
But your choice was always to create a board that was not so heavy and was like looking like a skateboard that you
Yeah.
can do. That was always from the beginning. I was always listen for you. The main thing that you wanted was the batteries was not so heavy that you can create like that was a dream from you. Do you think you're going to achieve this dream
That's
someday?
right. We're close. I mean, the batteries are getting better and better. Like that Meepo board I've got, the battery in that is really compact, and I've been thrashing it, and it's rock solid. So yeah, it's getting there. But I think small boards, like shorter, like the Raptor was about, I think it was about 900, 95
I, I cannot.
meters. Any longer
I
than
cannot.
that, bulky. It's dropped
Yeah,
again.
it's okay.
Okay,
Now it's
can
good.
you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, good now. But yeah, I like smaller boards. You've got to be able to pick it up and carry it into the shops. It's got to be easy to carry onto a bus. Like anything bigger than that, and I start thinking, well, is a bike? Maybe a bike's better. Like you know. Anyway, I like small skateboards.
And what you see will be the future for us, the skateboarders? What do you think?
Look,
Because if you see it, there is
yeah.
lots of laws. There are lots of countries banning everything. There is lots of countries who want to close it. Like in Germany, it's illegal for you to ride it. What do you think is going to be the future for us?
Yeah, that's fucking stupid. Look, if you can't ride a skateboard on the streets, there's a fucking problem there. So you need to move to a different country. But like for people, you should be able to go into a local skateboard shop and buy all of the electronic parts to build your own goddamn skateboard, and it should be super easy. Everything should just like have the same connectors, any motor you want, any wheels you want, any deck you want. That's what skateboarding used to be, right? You'd go in, you'd save up your hard earned, and you'd go into the skate shop, you'd hang out with your mates, and you'd pick your perfect ride. I love that deck because of the graphic. I love those trucks. So you'd get what you wanted, and you'd go home and you'd build that thing, and you'd love it. And that's what I want for electric skateboards to be. Kids need to be able to go into the store and buy affordable. That's why I made this. It's cheaper, you know. Let's make affordable stuff so kids can build shit and be creators and put their passion in it, and then have something that's truly, you know, a practical human movement device, so that they can get around this godforsaken earth that we live on and get to their mate's house, you know?
I just want to say something because I see two guys here, and I think that is important. I just want to show. Give me just a second. That is very important. First of all, give me just a second. I have to go fast, and I don't want to. So, for all of you guys there, I just want to show something because I see that Fat Dad is there, Nelson is there. They are related to this tema. And 27 of 3, we're going to have this big discussion here about global micro mobility legalization. It's going to be the guys from legal rights right in different countries. From England is going to be a guy representing. Is going to be a person from Australia. Is going to be a guy from America that he represent the trails, because trails having lots of problems for the one wheels and mountain boards, electro mountain boards. Then you're going to have a person from Austria. You're going to have the guy who's fighting here in Germany. You're going to have Aitor from Holland. They are going to be here to talk about to be legal. Then you're going to have Leo from Belgium. He's a guy that is free in Belgium to ride. He's going to talk how that works in Belgium. And if you guys want to have the chance to come here in this day, I think is important for all of us here in Europe and for the rest of the countries. I know that Australia is fighting to be legal too, and I know that America is having a hard time because they want lots of states wants to close and ban it, the skates and everything, because there is lots of confusion. I want to say hello to Nelson from Netherlands, Fat Daddy, Vincent. I know
Hey,
they are.
Nelson.
I know they are very, very, very active guys in his country. I want to say to the Hector and Hector Junior, they are making a petition in Holland. Please, guys, go there, help him, support him. That is very important for all of us in the communities. And if you have a chance, come in 27 10 o'clock of the evening, Paris time. Is going to be like a small debate, and we're going to talk from each country what was the problems, what we can do. I try for 2 months to create this, and I put everybody together, and I hope from this stage then everybody can make like a global connection and WhatsApp or something like that we can work all together. I open the door, and I hope for the then up the moment the door is open, you can work all of you together. I want to thank to everybody who came to this live. There is lots of person I never see in this live. Together you bring lots of persons here. I see that you are very
People love me, man. People love me, right?
yeah. I just want to tell, I never see so many person, I never see so many questions. If I don't answer to all the questions, I'm very sorry, because that is always maybe one day if I have lots of money, maybe I can make it with a moderator, with I don't know, with cameras. I do in my home. I do it to just to help the riders and to help the community. That's why I start with this, because everybody forget about us. That's why is Jason here. That's why I always ask to the riders to come here. That is the way for us to know each other and make questions and have lots of fun. My friend, I just going to go to the last questions, and that is like, as you as a rider, my friend, what was the rough moment in your life in the electro skate community?
Well, when your company closed, man, I was crying, dude. I'm a grown fucking man, and I was crying by myself in a hotel room in China, just fucking bawling my fucking eyes out. So that was
I'm going to tell you something. I don't know. I hope that he's not upset with me. But yesterday I was with a person who was here in a life. If somebody wants to know what life was that, then I'm not going to put the name. But he tells one thing. I'm going to say it's not the problem. The man from Barabord, Alexandro, he said, I don't know him, but I don't believe that Jason, he wants to close his company. Nobody wants to close his company. I think that is a very hard time for him, And Alexander said, I think that was very difficult for him to have to close his company, and happens. And that, I think that was a very sad moment in your life. I hope that you can achieve and go bigger again, and very big. I'm never going to forget what you do to this community. I know that lots of persons don't give a fuck. That is the right word. And they just think, I think the other way. I think we have to give always compliments to what you achieve. The evolution was with you and your team. We cannot forget your team, because your team helped you a lot. And of course, my friend, I have lots of respect for you. Like I tell you in private, with the discussions I have with friends, I don't have nothing against you. You always treat me very polite. You are the person who contact me to come to this show. That was not me. He contact me and he say, Nelson, we can make something. That's for me was the beautiful thing. That was like, I'm going to go to battle. I'm going to listen for everybody. Everybody's going to say lots of shit for me. And it's not so many persons who do the same like you do, with so big balls like you have it. For me, you are, yes, my friend, you are a guy who came here and stick to all the questions from everybody. Maybe it was not the answer what everybody was waiting, but that is the answer what you can give to everybody. I was very happy. I think important is for us, the community, to stick together. The community is small. Everybody thinks that is big. That is not big. Is lots of groups, but in the same groups is the same persons. There is 300 groups, but if you go to these guys who are in 200 groups, and sometimes we are the same ones. That's why we are small. We have to go step by step, and we have to stick all of us together, doing everyone his work. I know I'm speaking a lot, but I have to protect you in some way. I think lots of persons was very bad with you, and I hope and in the future, you can help the other guys to see, okay, he makes a mistake, is hard, but we have to stick all of us together. I just going to go to the last questions. That is like this, my friend. What was the best moment for you in this electrosport?
The best moment. I mean, I don't think I've had it yet. If I thought I had it, I wouldn't be back trying to get it. I have a vision for the future, and we're not where we need to be, and we need people, love them or hate them, we need people that drive forward and don't give up to take this where we're going. So the best ain't had yet, it's in the future.
I just want to say, first of all, for you, my friend, thank you so much for coming. Sorry for my first words, my first impressions in a life, but I was very upset because I was thinking you're not going to come. And I'm not a guy who criticize anyone, but that was like, I sent you some message. I don't know what happened. And I was like, wow, everybody, you have to put in my position, everybody in a back in this 3 weeks, everybody was saying, Nelson, why do you do that? Why do you bring this guy? Why you give him a second chance? And I was like, I don't have nothing against you, and I think you deserve it. And then you don't came, and everybody was in a life. Hey,
I was here, but there was no one on the other side. So
and I was like,
let's just put it down to technical difficulties,
And I was so upset. I was like, fuck, he leave me. I said,
man, I wouldn't miss this for the world, brother. I wouldn't miss you. I love what you're doing, man. Peace to you. You're a legend, man.
No,
you're a legend.
I'm just a guy who love this sport like you love it. Like
Same.
all the guys are here today to see you. Maybe they came here to understand you a little more, because all the interviews you made was everything not live, was difficult for you to answer. And today you have the chance to see all the questions and answer. Sometimes it's difficult it's not the same like they're not going to receive what you want. But forget it. The important thing, he was here. Thank you so much, guys. I want to say to the fat boy, fat daddy, I want to
Fat
have you.
daddy.
I want to have you here in a. I want to have you here in a life, Nelson. I hope that I have you too. There is lots of guys who was here. Scott, I talk with you. We are talking to bring him here too. Everybody who has have ideas to the channel, who has friends to bring it here. This is a channel for riders. That I don't make no money with this. I make this for love. I am a cook. I love this what I'm doing. I'm enjoying. And if you have some suggestions for us to bring to the podcast, for the I always say live stream, but because podcast is something that you make before. Say it to me. Bring it. I love to do it live. I don't do nothing is not live. That is the way everything works. I'm open till end of May. I'm completely book, guys. I was not expecting so many persons. I loving, enjoy it. And the first thing, the other thing, if you have ladies, queens, riders that you know that they can come to here, I have to April everything reserved. But for May, I'm looking for more girls to come here to the broadcast. Please enjoy it, have fun. Respect his idea, respect Jason. He has a life, he has a family, he has kids. Sometimes you have to see the other side. You are not just damaging him, you are then damaging his family and everything. Sometimes before you write something, think about it. You're going to make lot of persons hurt, and that's not the way. If you have some problems with him, go to court, contact him. He's going to leave here the link. You have so many places you can see him. You have his Facebook, you have his Instagram, you have his website, you have his YouTube. Contact him, try to solve the problem. Maybe there is solutions for everything.
There's
That's
always a solution.
that's why talking, you always achieved something. Just writing is simple, but that is not the right way, because sometimes you write something and later what you write you're going to regret, and then it's not going to be, never going to come out. That's why.
That's it. Okay, let's
Uh,
wrap it, bro. I got to take the kids to school.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in. And man, if there's more questions, hit me. It's easy as
Okay.
that.
We are going to go out of live. Thank you guys. I see